friends, back to IFC Soundbites with me, your host, Dr. Luke Murray. And in case you missed our last episode, which introduced the series, this is a video series for Christians, especially at college, maybe thinking about their faith for the first time, asking questions, seeking. Perhaps you went to church primarily because, well, your family took you, and now you're at college and you want to think seriously about things, think about life, but also about faith. So I'm happy to do this, and the first topic we're going to discuss is the most important and the most basic, namely, why should we talk about Jesus at all? Today in the 21st century, why should we discuss a man, a Jewish rabbi, carpenter, who lived 2,000 years ago in Palestine? Now, to some of you, this might seem rather obvious. Of course we're going to talk about Jesus. But for some of us, perhaps this is not so obvious and a really important question. Perhaps you had a bad experience in church growing up. Perhaps you experienced primarily rules and guilt and shame, or what seemed to you just like empty rituals, right? Or perhaps you think Christians are hypocrites, right? Or worse, with scandals, so you're really questioning things now. And those are all important, and I hope to address some of those topics, but I want to go right to the heart of the matter. And that is, who do you think Jesus was? Who do you think Jesus is? This is the most important questions, and the teachings of Jesus follow from who we think he is. If I could be real and say, I do truly believe that Jesus is who he said he is. And that is, he claimed to be more than a man. He claimed to be more than human. He claimed to be God. He claimed to be the Son of God. I believe this, and more than that, I've experienced the peace and joy that he has brought into my life. And this is the motivation I have, and hopefully which every Christian has, to talk about Jesus, is that we want to share this peace and joy that we have in our hearts with everyone. We don't want to try to notch converts and see who can get the most, or as a competition, but it's simply to share the peace and joy, to share the gospel, which literally means the good news. Now, perhaps you'll say, well, I was Christian growing up and I've never experienced this peace and joy. I've never really encountered the Lord in prayer. Well, to that I would say this. I want to invite you to go into your room one night, close the door, turn off your cell phone, put it in the drawer so you're not tempted, and close your eyes and say this very simple prayer. Say, Jesus, God, I don't know what to believe. If you're real, please reveal yourself to me, Lord. Reveal yourself to me if you're real, for I don't know what to believe. If you would say this simple prayer sincerely, I promise you that God will respond, that God will act in your life. And it may not be an audible voice or a vision of Jesus appearing in your room, but we have a God, I truly believe, who loves us and wants to talk with us. And he's going to reveal himself in some way, maybe an encounter with a friend, maybe just walking out on the path to class, where you'll stop and say, what was that? Is that you? Well, do a double take, if you will. So that's my promise to you, and I invite you to close your eyes and try that simple prayer. All right, I'm out of time. Rock chalk.